Coming up, a man facing multiple charges in several states is arrested after a standoff.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We begin tonight with an arrest out of Claiborne County, Tennessee, where the sheriff's office arrested a multi-state fugitive, Matthew Randall Price, who was wanted on multiple felony warrants from Kentucky and Virginia, was arrested and taken into custody after a lengthy standoff with sheriff's deputies. Deputies made contact with Price at a home in the Cumberland Gap area before he ran inside and barricaded himself. The Claiborne SRT team was dispatched and went into the home where Price was found hiding in the attic. Price was sent to the Claiborne County Jail where he is awaiting extradition. He faces multiple charges in Tennessee, Virginia, and Kentucky. State police are investigating a death at a home in McKee in Jackson County. Officials say 83-year-old Mary King Abrams may have died from injuries resulting from a potential stabbing. An autopsy is scheduled at the medical examiner's office in Frankfort. Now, troopers said today that a car with the plate number 151XRR was stolen from her home. They say if you see the car, you should not approach it as the suspects are considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information can call Post 7 at 859-623-2404, or you can stay anonymous and call 1-800-222-5555. New tonight, state police are looking for a third suspect in a Bath County murder investigation. An arrest warrant is out for 42-year-old Christopher Rooster Turner. He's wanted in the murder of 44-year-old Earl Stevens. Now, this afternoon, we learned 2 other people were arrested as part of the investigation. Michael Walker is charged with murder, and Brittany Reed is charged with complicity. Police say Stevens died this morning from a gunshot wound in his home on Adams Road. Investigators have not said what may have led up to the shooting. Emergency personnel are asking people to use caution when driving through Leslie County following a crash earlier today. A log truck was traveling from Hyden onto the Hal Rogers Parkway when it tipped over, causing the truck to catch on fire. The Thousand Sticks Volunteer Fire Department, the Cornettsville Volunteer Fire Department, along with the Leslie County Sheriff's Office were there to direct traffic and put out the blaze.
Well, the details we don't know. We got paged out on a wagon accident and the truck was on fire, but the driver's okay. He got out and he's okay. And we did have a volunteer from Cornettsville stop by to help out, volunteer fireman. We appreciate that.
The name of the driver has not been released. John Newell with the Thousand Sticks Fire Department, who you just saw there, says road crews plan to lay down sand on the road where the accident happened to make it safer.
Slightly calmer weather-wise out there tonight, but we are tracking a few showers and storms down toward parts of southern Kentucky. Let's take a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar. See just some rain showers across parts of the area, but some very electrical storms down here in parts of McCreary County tonight, right along the Tennessee-Kentucky line there. And you can see Pine Knot Cooperative back over toward Williamsburg there, seeing some heavier pockets of rain. So we're going to continue to watch that. Also some lightning out there, especially if you're traveling US 27 there into Tennessee. So we're going to continue to watch that as we head deeper into the evening. Downtown Whitesburg pretty quiet and drying out as you head through the first part of the evening, heading into the overnight hours. Some fog is possible late. Buffalo Mountain here in Perry County looking pretty good so far. 73 up there, 73 in Hazard, 74 Manchester, London, 73 in Pikeville, 75 Moorhead, Irvin, and 72 in Harlan and Jonesville. Already down to 68 in Wise. Scattered showers and storms around throughout the overnight hours. 71 in overnight low. Tomorrow we pick the rain chances back up and they will linger through midweek. Steve?
Brandon, thank you. Kentucky's 2023 recruiting class added another star today, rather another 5 stars. WYMT's Courtney Lane Brewer has more on the new addition in our Big Blue coverage. Courtney.
Thanks, Steve. 5-star Philly recruit Justin Edwards made his choice in the border battle. picking Kentucky over Tennessee. Edwards will be the third five-star recruit on campus in 2023, joining Robert Dillingham and Reed Shepard. The 6'7" wing is a defensive stud with offensive potential heading into his senior year. He's proven to be a game-time performer like this past week at the Peach Jam, which certainly won't hurt in big SEC matchups. I'll have more on Edwards as a player and how he fits into this recruiting class. But Steve, back to you.
All right, Courtney, thank you. The American Heart Association held a reception tonight for the Carol Barr Funds STEM Scholarship Program. Barr died 2 years ago, and these awards are to honor her legacy. Congressman Andy Barr and his family were in attendance as well. Julia Sandor spoke to the winners at the Lexington event and tells us what it means to them.
Female students from parts of eastern and central Kentucky received their scholarships for excelling in STEM. And these women say they're excited to inspire younger generations of women in the state.
I'm confident that she is so proud of these young women right here.
This is the first time the Carol Barr Funds STEM Scholarship Program is giving out their awards. One of the 6 women receiving a scholarship was Haley Thacker. She says she's honored to be a part of such a great group of girls.
And I'm so blessed to be able to be here tonight with some phenomenal young ladies that are in the same shoes as me, and we're in the same shoes as Miss Carol Barr a long time ago. And just to be able to represent her legacy and to continue on her works is just an honor, to say the least.
Some of the speakers included people from the American Heart Association, Congressman Andy Barr, and Carol Barr's friends and family. They say each one of these winners showed a little bit of Carol within them.
This scholarship really is the embodiment of a strong young woman like Carol Barr was. And these girls who are going to be going into science and technology, engineering and math, I know are going to carry forward Carol Barr's legacy.
And he encourages other girls in the state to dive into the STEM field in the future.
Being able to be a woman in STEM and just show how powerful women are and how motivated they are to continue that path is something that I want to continue to lead and something that I want to be a part of.
And officials from the American Heart Association say that they're just grateful for all the foundations that helped make this scholarship possible. In Lexington, Julia Sandor, WKYT.
3 scholarships were awarded in the amount of $10,000 and 3 others for $2,500. In 2021, the city of Jellicoe in Campbell County, Tennessee, lost its only hospital. While Mayor Dwight Osborne was initially hopeful the hospital would reopen in the near future, now there is no firm timeline for a potential reopening. If it does reopen, the mayor says there's still a shortage of paramedics. At Roane State Community College, David Blevins, who runs the paramedic training programs, says they are training students to care for a patient for as long as an hour, which is about the distance from Jellicoe to Knoxville. They want to make sure they're prepared for anything.
We encourage, but we also require them to go to at least one rotation that is designated as a rural area. Given the opportunity to do that wrong and cause significant harm, but given an opportunity to do it right, and you give somebody an opportunity to see their loved one another day.
The person training paramedics at Roane State said that if you graduate and want a job, you can get one. He says he hears of sign-on bonuses of $5,000 to $8,000. That's how much demand there is. Attorney General Daniel Cameron is expected to appeal a judge's ruling to block the state's abortion law from taking effect. A Kentucky judge made the ruling Friday, issuing a temporary injunction against the abortion ban. That means abortions can continue. According to the judge's ruling, the court found, quote, substantial likelihood that these laws violate the rights to privacy and self-determination. Attorney General Cameron says he is appealing, and he argues Kentucky's Constitution does not protect abortion. Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia has tested positive for COVID-19. The Democrat made the announcement on Twitter. Manchin said his symptoms are mild and he is fully vaccinated and boosted. He said he will isolate and work remotely. It's not clear what effect this could have on Democrats' efforts and their legislative agenda. The Senate has a little less than 2 weeks before a month-long recess. New numbers released by the state today report nearly 16,000 new COVID-19 cases in the last week. That's up by more than 3,000 cases from the week before. The state also reported 59 more COVID-related deaths. The positivity rate is also up this week to more than 19%. As you can see, a majority of eastern Kentucky still in the red zone. People in Pikeville are mourning the death of a man who dedicated more than 2 decades to volunteer work at Pikeville Medical Center. Bobby Sullivan died Friday, leaving behind a host of people to remember the work and wisdom he shared during his nearly 58 years of life. Sullivan had more than 11,000 hours logged in several areas of work and would have turned 58 years old today. Folks in Magoffin County came out this evening to give their time and a bit of blood to potentially help save lives. WYMT's Jordan Mullins has more from the Kentucky Blood Center's mobile blood drive in Magoffin County and tells us why these drives are so important.
The Kentucky Blood Center set up at Salyersville First Baptist Church on Monday for a mobile blood drive.
Blood's the one essential thing that we've never been able to replicate, and we have to give it ourselves. And in that case, we need to everyone chip in and give a little bit, because you never know when you're going to be the beneficiary of having to have some.
Drawing essential and life-saving blood for folks throughout Kentucky who may need it.
There's some things that just are common humanity ought to encourage us to do to help one another.
Helping Kentuckians throughout the state and in local communities by giving blood.
If I had to drive to Pikeville to give blood, it's unlikely that I would give at all. But it's a whole lot easier just to come down here and to give it. It's a whole lot more convenient than I think for them and for us.
And although it may be scary for some,
I was a dentist for 35 years, and everybody's scared of the needle. You know, everybody's scared of a needle, but it's well worth it. I mean, once you give it, you know, I still see people, they'll come in and try to get lightheaded and faint a little bit, and that's just part of it. But it's nothing that's going to kill you. It's going to save somebody.
A little bit of time could save many lives. In Magoffin County, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Kentucky Blood Center officials say there are several mobile blood drives in the near future, and you can call your local Kentucky Blood Center facility or visit kybloodcenter.org for more information. School supplies will be given to those in need at 2 upcoming giveaway events hosted by the Campbell County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee. The first school supply giveaway will be on July 29th at Jellicoe High School from 1 p.m. until 5 p.m. Another event will be held July 30th at the Campbell County High School from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. on the La Follette side. CCSO officials say supplies were first come, first served and could only be picked up in a drive-through. Authorities also noted that they preferred for children to be present if possible. Those with questions can call 423-566 and I forgot the 7446. 423-566-7446. There you go. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, an Eastern Kentucky hero is now forever memorialized after losing his life during a training flight.
Prompter problems. While the showers and storms are winding down for the night, you could wake up with some fog early in the morning. I'll have the latest forecast in a few minutes.